Hi all, it's Kate again. I just wanted to jump on for a quick minute to talk about the Next World Tarot. And the great news is that Amazon has pre-orders on their website, and it is now $29.99, which is a phenomenal price for those who didn't know. It was selling at Silver Sprocket up until December for $50. And so it's great that they reduced the price of it. It's a fantastic deal. I wanted to show you the difference between the first edition and the second edition. I have both here. I was so excited by this. When I got the second edition, I didn't want to open it. I was like, I don't want to open it. I don't want to open it. And I finally did this morning, so this is why I wanted to share, because there are differences between the first edition and the second edition. The first thing that you'll notice is that the book that comes with it actually fits right into the box. It's the same size, so it goes right in the box. The first edition, the book came separately, and I just wanted to show you the copyright on this is 2017. So this is the first edition. So let's go through and show what the differences are between the first and second edition besides the books. The books are fantastic books. It just goes, it tells you what the differences are within the decks, and I will show you that in a minute. So let's put those over there. This is the first edition box. It's a little bit beat up because I have used this deck extensively, and I do love this deck. It's amazing in every single way, and if you are looking for diverse decks, this is probably one of the most diverse decks out there, period, end of story, in not only cultural, societal, gender, queer, LGBTQ. It's diverse in every single way possible. It's about body positivity. It's about everything that you wanted in a deck and haven't been able to find up until now. So the deck has a little the box in the first edition has a little glossy shine to it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. And it doesn't have a UPC code on it at all. You either got it through Christy Rhodes or through Silver Sprocket or some other websites. I did not get it. I got this through the Tarot Marketplace. Someone was selling it, and I was fortunate enough to get this first edition copy. At that point, I think this was going for about $70, and I was glad to pay it at that point because you couldn't find them last year at all. The new Next World Tarot has more of a matte finish on the box, and as you can see, this is the first edition, has a little bit of a gloss, and this does not have a gloss. On the bottom of the deck, you'll see that it has a USB number, and it's by Silver Sprocket, which is really cool. And the Next World Tarot is labeled next to it. But other than that, that is all of the differences between the two boxes. So this is the new box. This is the old one. The cards have also changed as well. So let's do a little view on it. So you'll notice that the first edition is a little slightly thicker than the new edition. It's also a very high gloss card. It's your hands just slide off of it. It has a really nice feeling to it, and it's glossy on both the front and the back. The colors are slightly muted because of the cardstock, and it's feels really, really nice. I've used these a lot, so there's little chips in them. I didn't want to edge these, although I'm very much tempted now to go ahead and edge them in a pink, or if I don't edge these, I'll definitely edge the second edition. So I wanted to show you what the second edition looks like. It is matte, yay! So it has a nice feel to it. It's nice satiny finish, and it's pure matte, and on the other side it's matte. And then I wanted to show you something else too. I don't know if you can see it in the cards, but on the original first edition, the cards are kind of slightly muted in the color, and you can see it in this area right here if you look at on this other one, and you can see it in the pink over here. So I like the colors that are in the second edition a lot, and if I can turn over the backs too, you can see that this is glossy while this is matte. So I think everything else sets up the same fonts, the same style. The color's a little bit different. I just think it's because it's printed on a different type of paper. It's not that they used a different file or changed the colors at all. I don't think. It's just because this is printed on glossy paper and this is printed on matte. So let's check out the differences in the cards, primarily on the Major Arcana. She did go ahead and change a couple on there, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two cards on here. This is lighter. It's a little bit muddy in here, but it's all clear in here. I just like the brighter colors of the second edition. The Empress card too. It just lightened her skin up just a tad bit here. I am thinking that there's a little bit more magenta involved in the printing of this deck than on that deck. The first change is with the Empress. It's now become the teacher. I do like the differences in this color. I like how the pinks are a little bit muted, but the colors come out better. The Emperor is now the messenger. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Hierophant is now the messenger. I just love this card. It's just really amazing. Again, this is a little bit brighter in tone. This is about the same. I just really, really do love the images in these cards. Again, you can see how this just has a hair more of magenta and a little bit more brighter than the first edition. This is the card that was on the box. I like this Hangman, or Hang One, or in this deck it's called Suspension. I like the Death card. This is one of my birthday cards, Temperance. Again, I think you can see more details in her wings. I also think that there's more in this image than on this one. I think you can see more of the water here. I don't know why that changed from here to here. I think that these cards were changed a little bit from the first edition because I think the color in the in here is a little bit different, and they shrunk down the image. I'm not sure why. And on here it says justice is not blind. Well, on this card it says dissolve the let's see, empire of undertaking. Not sure exactly what that means. And it says the new order of the ages, and this one says when silence equals profit. So there's definite changes between the first edition and the second edition. Let's see if there's any differences in Revolution. No, that's the same. So it does look like she went through the deck and updated it. Let's see if judgment is changed at all. No, judgment hasn't been changed. The world is the same. I didn't have these in order. Let's just see if I can. So I think that the difference is that the cards, the new printing of the cards, are lighter in tone, and then some of them are actually cropped. I don't know why she did that, maybe just to get a better image or be more reflective of what she wanted, or that there's a difference between the first and second editions. Again, I'm really loving both of these decks. I think they're just really well done. I do like this cardstock. It's a little bit thinner. I'm not sure why. The thinner cardstock, maybe just to keep costs down so the deck can be available to a wider audience and allow more people to afford it. So if you know the answers to why the differences in the cardstock, maybe it was to keep the book into the box. I'm not sure. I'm just going to go through all of the cards just because I'm not sure what's changed and what hasn't. I'd like to see myself. This is the first time that I'm actually looking at the second edition. Yeah, I love the colors in the Knight of Wands in the new deck. The colors is so much more vibrant in the second edition. Even this has changed on the colors. Again, I just think that this printing was a little bit more magenta. The next one is Pentacles. I like that the pentacles start off with the crystals, the root of the earth. Definitely really nice. I really like this Three of Pentacles because it really emphasizes the idea of teamwork. Oh, okay. So on the Five of Pentacles, there's a sun showing here in the distance, and there's no sun here. So there are slight changes in the cards. If you see any differences, let me know down below that I didn't catch on. Just beautiful cards. I love this Queen of Pentacles. I think he's rocking it. And I also like this King of Pentacles too. And I like the reversal of the gender for both of these cards. I think it really works well. And the final one, there's two more left. The swords, I don't see any differences so far on the swords. I like looking for the differences because it just makes me fall in love with these cards again. How can you not, right? I mean, it's just full of beautiful images. Christy is really a nice artist. If you don't follow her on Instagram, then it's a shame because she really is a phenomenal artist. This has to be really one of my favorite Nine of Swords cards. And I just think there's a lot of sass, there's a lot of independence, there's a lot of wow. And I actually like the fact that she put a moon into the image here. And it's just amazing. I just really love this card. Creepy Ten of Swords. Same warnings on both. Here's another Knight that's I really do like. She's kind of sassy. She has her pink car and she's gonna go. Oh, damn, sorry, my Boston accent's showing. So there's really no difference here except for the coloration. A little bit lighter, a little bit more magenta. King of Swords. Again, a little lighter, a little bit more magenta on the left. Ace of Cups. I had to say what is one of my favorite Two of Cups, this is one of my favorite Two of Cups, hands down. So beautiful. I love it because they're ordinary men. And they're in love. And they're not by beauty standards of both genders. They're just in that moment and they're loving each other. They're having a good time. They're being intimate with each other. And they're showing love. And that's why I absolutely love this card. Again, just really beautiful cards. There are some changes in this deck, but I absolutely adore them. I think the changes really make sense. Highly recommend this deck. Knowing me and a collector's standpoint, I'd probably want both of these decks. I have this in different order. I just love the brightness of the second edition. I think she did a great job. And I absolutely love this card right here. Love it. So enjoy, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them below.